LOSC Lille is a French association football club based in Lille. The club was founded in 1944 as a result of a merger and currently play in Ligue 1, the first division of French football. Lille previously played its home matches at the Stade Lille-Metropole in nearby Villeneuve-d'Ascq. In 2012, the club moved into its new facility, the Grand Stade Lille-Métropole. The team is managed by French football figure René Girard and captained by French international Rio Mavuba. Lille was founded as a result of a merger between Olympique Lillois and SC5s. Both clubs were founding members of the French Division 1 and Lillois was the Ligue's inaugural champions. Under the Lille emblem, the club has won 3 league titles in 1946, 1954, and 2011 and 6 Coupe de France titles, which is tied for 4th best among clubs. Lille and Red Star FC are the only French clubs in the competition's history to win the Coupe de France in 3 consecutive seasons. Lille's most successful period was the decade from 1946 to 1956 when the team was led by managers Georges Berry and André Cheuva. Lille have a long-standing rivalry with its neighbours LOSC Lens. The two clubs regularly contest the Derby du Nord. Lille is presided over by Michel Sardou, a French businessman and movie producer. Sardou initially purchased shares of the club in January 2002 and, subsequently, gained majority control 2 years later. History 1944 Euro 1955, the glorious decade. The LOSC was a solid team all over the park and featured a strong British style and immediately imposed itself among the elite of French football. In 10 years, Lille won 2 league titles and reached second place in the French Championship for 4 consecutive seasons. Its domination was even more striking in the Coupe de France, 5 wins in 7 finals. We can also add to this list, a final of the Latin Cup, the forerunner of the European Cup. Trained by André Cheuva, President Louis Henot's team comprised many French internationals such as Jean Barret and René Girard, 2 exceptional strikers, and Joseph J. Drijac, Frana Section-Noir Burbot, Jules Bigot, Roger Cara Bolek Temposki, Albert Dubrook, Jean-Lee Cantor, André Strap, Jean Vincent. 1956 Euro 1980, Lille loses the way. Ironically, LOSC was relegated for the first time in 1956 as the first ever final of the European Cup took place in Paris. From then on, the big club of the immediate post-war period became a mid-table club, and fighting for titles was replaced by the struggle to survive. In the late 1960s, after a long period of anonymity, and weighed down by a lack of facilities and resources, the glorious LOSC abandoned its professional status. It was feared that the club might disappear. However, some young leaders, such as Max Pomerol, came and gave new impetus to the club. Nevertheless, the results remained erratic and the only titles that ignited the fans' passions were won in the second division. 1980 Euro 2000, laying the foundations for future success. In July 1980, the LOSC was the first French club to opt for the status of a mixed economy company, of which the city of Lille became the majority shareholder. A byproduct of ensuring stability and durability was that this system did not allow an ambitious sports policy. The teams of Presidents Amiot, Deschamps and Douay all struggled to compete with the top teams in the country. Jacques Amiot's resignation in 1990 led to 3 more difficult years for the club which compromised its very existence. It took Bernard Lecompt's arrival in 1993 to set the club finances on the road to recovery. After a final relegation in 1997, the team trained by Bosnian coach Vade Halilada a 3/4 year was soon promoted back to the elite, in the same year that French Football League was privatized. 2000 Euro present, a steady climb to the top. In just its first season back in the top flight 2000 Euro 01 French Division 1, the LOSC qualified for Europe for the first time in the club's history, booking its place in the 2000 Euro 01 Champions League. On the back of the club's new status, the LOSC entered into a decisive new era under the guidance of Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Michel Sardou and coach Claude Puel. The club left the historical Stade Grimont Juris to join the Stadium Lille Métropole and became a regular on the European scene. Amongst its most emphatic results was the 1-0 victory over Manchester United at the Stade de France in 2005, the 2-0 triumph over Milan in San Siro in 2006 and the 1-0 home win over Liverpool in 2010. A steady development off the pitch, coupled with a sporting progression under the expert hand of coach Rudy Garcia, took the LOSC back to the summit of the French game with the League and Cup double in 2011. In 2012, the LOSC confirmed its place at the top table of the domestic game with another qualification for Europe's most prestigious club competition, the Champions League in 2012 Euro 13. With the club finishing just outside the UCL places that season, Rudy Garcia left for AS Roma, while former Montpellier coach René Girard was appointed the new LOSC manager. Stadiums. Stade Pierre-Mauroy was inaugurated in 2012. Originally named the Centre Olympique de Lille Estate, the club's sporting venue is spread over 5 hectares and features 3 natural grass football pitches and 1 synthetic pitch, as well as a number of buildings including a medical centre and gymnasium. These attributes had seen the clubhouse part of the LOSC Youth Academy here, before all the club's operations were moved to the Domaine de Luchin in Camphin Park. Club rivalries. The Derby du Nord is a football match contested between French clubs LC Lens and Lille OSC, 2 of region's most successful clubs. The derby has the name despite Lille being the only club of the 2 situated in the department of Nord. Lens are situated in the western department of Pas-de-Calais. The name can also refer to matches involving Lille and Valenciennes as both clubs are located within Nord, however, the match historically refers to matches involving Lille and Lens. As a result, the Lille Euro-Valenciennes match is sometimes referred to as Le Petit Derby du Nord. The 2 clubs first met in 1937 when Lille were playing under the Olympique Lillois emblem. Due to each club's close proximity towards each other being separated by only 40 kilometers and sociological differences between each club's supporters, a fierce rivalry developed. The Derby du Nord is underpinned by social and economic differences, since the city of Lens is known as an old, working-class, industrial city and Lille is a middle-class, modern, internationally oriented one. Nowadays the matches, which can spark intense feelings on both sides, have gained prominence as they may determine berths in continental competitions. Players, current squad, as of July 1, 2014. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Out on loan. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Miscran. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Reserve squad, as of July 1, 2014. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. For a complete list of Lille OSC players, see category, Lille OSC players, management and staff, Lille Olympique Sporting Club Lille Métropole, President, Michel Sudou, Administrative Director, Julien Mordac, Manager, René Girard, Academy Director, Jean-Michel Van Damme, Managerial history, former coaches include Georges Highlands, a former Belgian international player, Jacques Santini, who managed France between 2002 and 2004, Bruno Metsu, who managed Senegal in the 2002 World Cup, Pierre Mankowski, who was formerly the assistant coach of the French national team and Vade Halilada 3/4 year, who can be credited with the club's revival in the late 90s. The current coach, Rudy Garcia, who played for Lille from 1980 to 1988, replaced Claude Puel at the beginning of the 2008 season. Puel had been with Lille since 2002. Thanks to his successes with the club, Puel had been approached by Portuguese club Porto to replace José Mourinho and league rivals Lyon to replace Alain Perrin. He finally decided to join Lyon after 6 seasons at the club. Honours: Domestic, Ligue 1, Champions, 1945 Euro 46, 1953 Euro 54, 2010 Euro 11. Ligue 2, Champions, 1963 Euro 64, 1970 Euro 71, 1973 Euro 74, 1977 Euro 78, 1999 Euro 00. Coupe de France, Champions, 1946, 1947, 1948, 1953, 1955, 2011, runners-up, 1945, 1949. Coupe Gambardella, Champions, 1960, runners-up, 1955, 2000. Coupe Charles Tregot, runners-up, 1954, 1956. Europe, UEFA Intertoto Cup, winner, 2004. Latin Cup, runners-up, 1951. References. External links, official website.